This is topic B on page 62, marking up a document.
It's difficult to see where changes have been made by simply viewing a document. If you worked on a document months or even weeks ago, you might not remember where you modified the text. One way to show where any changes have been made to the document is by using the Track Changes feature. The Track Changes feature enables you to see where the modifications have been made in a document. With Track Changes turned on, any changes that you make are marked in color. When working as a team on a document, Track Changes can be used to show the changes as well as identify who made those changes. So here I have my example document. Suppose I want to mark up where I make specific changes in my document so I can remember, or if I'm sending this to my coworker and I want them to be able to quickly see where I made any changes to the document. On my Review tab, in my Tracking Command group, here I have my Track Changes drop-down, and I want to turn on this button by choosing Track Changes. You can see that the button is now highlighted, letting everyone know that Track Changes is turned on. So suppose I wanted to add a title. Press Enter to move to the next line. And let's center this. It's telling me what changes have been made. We'll call this, I don't know, Video Tools. And it's coming up in red and underlined because I'm adding this. Now, maybe I wanted to replace the word powerful with something else. I'm going to select it and I'm going to use my thesaurus by right-clicking and choose a synonym. So video provides we'll choose influential. So what happens, I deleted powerful and I replaced it with influential. So you get the strike through the word powerful, indicating that it was deleted, and influential, all of this is shown in red text, is underlined, showing that that has been input there as well. So whatever you delete will have the strike through, the single line through it. Whatever you add will be underlined. If I select the word than and press delete, it's not actually deleted when you're tracking changes, but it is shown with the strike through line telling you that I did make that change. Okay? Now when I turn track changes off, just by hitting the button here, now when I make any changes, if I was to delete the word different, you can see it just deletes it. It doesn't show what was marked up there. Okay? That's the difference between having track changes enabled and disabled. Okay, we can also add comments into our documents. When you make changes, you might want to add a comment about why you made the change. You might also be reviewing someone else's document and have a question for them. If your comment is a general comment, place your insertion point anywhere in the area around what you are commenting on. If your comment is related to specific content, you want to select the content before creating the new comment. Comments can be displayed in a separate pane or shown as balloons in the document. So let's say I'm going to turn track changes back on. And let's say I wanted to add a comment. When I'm sending my document to my coworker, I want to indicate why I put that title of Video Tools. So since the comment is going to have to do with this heading, I'm going to select it. I go up to my Review tab, and in my Comments command group, I can select New Comment. And in my Comments pane to the right here, you can see it shows my name and my cursor is blinking here. This is where I add my comment. So it's like I'm speaking directly to my coworker, so he can read, why I think we need a title. Don't you think we should have a title for the document? All I need to do, click anywhere outside of that comment box, and it has that locked into place now. And you can see the line has the video tools selected, so it tells us that that comment has to do with that. Okay? Now, if it's just a general comment, you can have your cursor anywhere. You can press Control Home to bring it to the beginning of the document, and you can just have it there. If you want to delete the comment, you can select it and hit delete in the comments group, or you can right-click it and delete comment. Okay? So this will come up in his when I send this document back to him, it'll come up as track changes. And he can choose whether to accept this change of adding the heading of video tools. And then he can go ahead and delete the comment if he wants to. And he can choose whether to accept these other changes as well or reject them. And that'll be coming up in our next section. All right, so
our next video will be activity 3.2 on page 65.